Hey guys, Nick, aka the one and only Crosses YT, and this is a Modern Warfare 2 gameplay commentary. It's got PS3 gameplay, and if you guys play on PS3, you're probably not going to like what I'm going to talk about in this commentary. And that is basically how PS3 is so much worse than Xbox, and what Sony needs to do to improve it. Now, I know you PS3 guys are like, it's free internet service, it's, you know, you've got all these single platform titles and things like that, and I'm going to address that. I like the PS3, it's a great concept, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work from a business aspect, because Sony could be making a lot more money off this thing, and if they were, they'd be putting a lot more time into it. And also, it doesn't work as a whole with their titles that they have, and how people, they expect to just inherit the PS2. Basically, those guys that came from the PS2 were like, they expected that, oh, well, they'll just go ahead and buy a PS3 because that's what they're used to. When it wasn't like that. It ended up that a lot of people switched to the Xbox. One, it came out sooner. That was Sony's first mistake. Now, if they put out a buggy system like Xbox did, with red ring of death or the red light of death, whatever, the yellow light of death, and I bet they would have sold more copies. Sure, they would have had to replace a couple consoles along the line, but they still would have came out on top. Okay, and they still would have ended up with a lot more people coming directly from the PS2 to the PS3. But people always want the best of the best. So, if that's what's going to determine the next console war, especially at first, whichever company comes out with their next console, and it... Okay, guys, Nintendo doesn't count in this, and the reason is because they're not a true console. Let's be honest, they don't have a sit-down controller, sit down, play this game. They don't have that, and that's what you need to be truly considered a console, in my opinion. Like, the Wii U isn't going to sell that well. I think everyone knows that, and the thing is, Nintendo is going to either be bought out as far as a gaming company, or they're going to just disappear. And that kind of sucks, but the truth of the matter is that's what's going to happen. So, yeah. But anyway, PS3 is free, right? This is where I'm moving to. PS3 is free, Xbox you have to pay for. Now, that's great in a concept because it's going to make people buy your system, right? Well, it's a one-time investment. I invest once, I can have as many accounts as I want, I don't have to pay for anything. That's awesome. But the thing is, the connection ends up being bad. I've noticed that there's more lag outs on Call of Duty on Modern Warfare 2 on PS3 than I've ever had on Xbox. I had 10 in an hour on PS3, and I'll have like one a day in a 8-hour session on Xbox. And now you guys are probably like, I bet you use different connections, like you use Wi-Fi on PS3 and Ethernet on Xbox. Actually, no, I try to use Ethernet on both. That's what I use most of the time. But I was thinking, well, maybe it is because I'm using Ethernet, so I switched to wireless, and it seemed like it might have improved a little bit, but it's nowhere near what it is on Xbox. And I think the reason for that is because we pay for it on Xbox. On Xbox, you sit and you pay for your, you know, $60, $50, $60 a month or a year to renew your Xbox Live subscription. And because of that, we have very, very good connections. And just as an overall. Now, Modern Warfare 3 is a little bit different on that. But as far as like the rest of the games, if you have good internet, you'll have a good connection. If you have bad internet, you'll have a bad connection. Whereas on PS3, I have a good internet, extremely good internet actually, above average, and yet I have a bad connection. Whereas on Xbox, I have an amazing connection 90% of the time. And that's crazy, and I think that Sony really needs to make you pay for their service. That way they can take that money and invest it into better servers. Because if they made you pay for it, I mean, sure, people are going to be like, but I like my free PS3. I like being able to, you know, go and buy my PS3 stuff in one time, and I don't have to worry about renewing my subscription and things like that. But to be honest, that's what makes it. That's what's going to make good servers. And even MAG and things like that on PS3 are prone to lag outs. And I think Sony needs to realize that in the next generation of consoles. If they make you pay for it, they can invest in better servers and have a better quality online experience over the Sony Entertainment Network, which is now what it's called. It's not called PSN anymore. For all you guys, they've changed it to the Sony Entertainment Network. But, yeah, like, I was, for example, my PlayStation 3 Open Lobby I hosted 2 days ago, or yesterday, I don't even know anymore. My whole entire life became a blur, but on that, we had, like, 6 or 7 lag outs. and that's crazy. And we played for about an hour and a half. And then we went to a private match. We were just going to joke around, quick scope in a private match, right? Just snipe. Well, normally on Xbox, I can host lobbies for all day, every day, with absolutely no lag. And this is open lobbies and things like that with people that I've never played with before. On PS3, I'm hosting the second match. There is lag, very bad lag. Nothing's different in my house. My parents aren't even home. I'm not uploading. I'm not doing anything. And it was lagging so bad, the game was basically unplayable. And it wasn't lagging for me, it was lagging for everyone else. It was like I was lag switching when I wasn't. And it's crazy because it would fluctuate and things like that. And my connection never fluctuates. I have a stable connection on Xbox. On PS3, I do not. And it's crazy because I was using the Ethernet cable as normal. And that shouldn't happen. I think that if Sony made you pay for their servers, they could prevent that from happening. Make it easier to use and make it easier for you to connect to games and faster and things like that. Speed up the whole entire process. It would be a lot better of a service if you had to pay for it. So triple kill, but that's just where I stand on that. Also, console or console specific titles, for example, Gears of War, Halo for PS3, it'd be Little Big Planet, it'd be Uncharted, it would be Mag, I'm pretty sure single console, it would be Resistance, things like that. Now, if you noticed, I named off more for PS3, but yet people know what Gears of War and Halo is, whereas people probably don't know, a lot of people don't know at least, what Resistance is, what Mag is, what like Little Big Planet they know. That's the biggest title on PS3 overall that everyone knows. And that's what PS3 needs to capture. Xbox has two main games that are console specific. And if they take those two main games, that's all they need. They have Halo and Gears of War. They have two Spectrums. Okay, Gears of War they've said is gone now. And if that's the case, they're going to have to bring up a new game to replace it. Now that's where it's going to be hard. And that's what Sony needs to do. They need to have this golden game. These 2 or 3 good games that everyone knows. PS3 players know what Gears of War and Halo are. Chances are they've played them even though they don't have an Xbox. Whereas Xbox players haven't played. A lot of them haven't even played Little Big Planet. They just know about it. But they haven't played games like Resistance, Mag, or Uncharted. And the reason, I know the gameplay's over, I'm going to keep talking, but the reason for that is because they're not as big, they're not as successful, they're not, to be honest, as good and as fun as Gears of War and Halo are. Sony, I'm talking to you right now. You need to get a good, solid game if you want to compete with Microsoft. Because they're going to blow your socks off with the next console. I can guarantee they'll get it out first. It might have bugs in it, but they'll get it out first. And they'll have 2 really good games that'll release with it. I'm guessing either Halo 5 or a new up-and-coming first generation of a series that will replace Gears of War. That's what Sony needs to do. They need to come out with a game that is extraordinarily good and blows everyone's socks off. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section below. I really don't want a Xbox is better, PS3 is better. They're both good systems, but PS3 has a lot of flaws. Xbox does as well, but I think PS3s could be prevented a lot easier than Xboxes could. And also, guys, if you would, please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. It really does help me out. But yeah, guys, I'm CrossesYT, and I'm out. Peace. And here are 2 amazing live comm series that are continuing. They're awesome. They're really funny most of the time. They're entertaining. They're incredible. On the left is the Skyrim live commentary series in which I'm going through the main quest. I'm live commentating it. I'm having fun with you guys, enjoying it. And on the right is the Only Use Me Pistol MW3 live comm series in which I joke around, running around in free-for-alls, team deathmatches, domination, shooting a pistol, trying to kill people, failing, doing bad, but joking around about it because I'm just having a good time. Also, if you guys are around here and you like what you see, please hit that big yellow subscribe button because that will take you off to a page where you can subscribe to me. Also, please follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. That way you guys will never miss one of my videos when they go up. But anyway, guys, I'm CrossesYT, and I'm out. Peace.